Want to get creeped out? Welcome to Just a Little Stitious,
where things go bump in the night and sometimes it's just your fridge. Or it's us tripping over the furniture.
or it's something terrifying lurking in the dark. Hello,
Is it me?
No. It's me. I was wondering if after all this time you'd like to meet to go over creepy things.
That's assault, brother.
I know nighttime is for sleep, yeah, but I ain't done much sleeping.
I like that.
Thanks.
That was pretty good.
Came up with that on the fly and you kind of ruined it, but whatever.
You fucking assaulted me.
I should have assaulted you worse. I should have. Next time.
Next time. There's always next time.
It's always next time. I'm Megan.
I'm Jess.
We're sisters. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
What's that?
A bird.
Shut the fuck up. We're recording here.
Just go get a shotgun quick. Take care of it.
God, Jessica, this is why I reviews don't let you.
Is that true?
No, but did I tell you that on the one episode where you said you wouldn't go get the cat from a cave, that someone commented and they were like, no offense, but like, I hope you never own any animals. And I was like,
That's fair.
but like I said, like you would call me or Corley.
I would call someone.
I wouldn't let it go suffer.
No, I wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't go. I would make a call. I could pick the phone up.
Yeah, it's just you come off like you're kind of like an asshole. And people don't know that you actually like care.
No, I'm actually quite nice. I really am. I just say stuff.
Yeah.
It's the filter. There's just not much of one.
There's not one. Trust me, I have to cut a lot out for these episodes. Anyway.
Just word vomit.
Okay, guys, today we are talking about creepy games and rituals. We are telling stories of people who tried them. But before we begin, I want to talk about something really, really quick.
Oh, God. What?
This isn't really in our wheelhouse, but sometimes we have to use our powers for selfish reasons. Do you remember Dana from Vanderpump Rules? She was in like one season.
Yep.
And she does Disrespectfully with Katie.
Yes, love them.
Yeah, me too.
Obsessed.
I don't know if you saw, but she came out in June
Well, yeah. Yeah, I knew that.
as lesbian.
As a full lesbian?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
And I'm so excited. And so I just want to say, bravo. No one does reality TV like Bravo.
No.
Like
no.
they
Bravo's
just don't.
the best.
And I would love a fully queer reality TV show with
Bravo celebrity.
with Dana in it.
Yeah.
And then Katie would be in it because they're besties.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be mad cool.
Yeah, show us a little gay community. Like, come on.
Yeah, that'd be mad cool. I would like that.
Get it done, please.
I would like that very much.
Anyways.
On to this stuff.
Okay, so this is a story of someone who tried the Three Kings ritual. Her name is Frances.
You guys all know what the Three Kings ritual is.
But if you don't, go to our Creepy Games and Rituals episode, the first one. It shows what time it's at in the description.
That's the how to perform the Three Kings ritual.
Yeah, she had heard about the Three Kings ritual from friends when she was in school, and it terrified her at the time. But later, as a young adult, she got into horror and the paranormal and stumbled upon stories of people who have tried it. She still found it terrifying, but also now found it exciting. More than anything, she felt curious and wanted to experience the paranormal for herself. Her friend Priya, who was also her roommate, was her spotter. Her power object was a letter her aunt had written her when she was going through a hard time as a child. Priya and Frances rented a house that had a large basement. Priya enjoyed the paranormal and horror as well and wasn't bothered by the fact that Frances wanted to try the ritual but would never want to try it herself. Frances and Priya set everything up at 11 p.m., all the chairs, the mirrors, the bucket of water, the fan, etc., and left the door to the room open. They went straight to bed. And Frances actually dreamt that her alarm went off and that she woke up and went to start the ritual, but found the door to the basement closed.
Red flag number 1.
She was really freaked out in the dream, and then her real alarm went off at 3:30 in the morning and she woke up.
Oh, fuck.
She had a split-second thought of bailing on the ritual because of her dream, but her curiosity won out. She lit her candle, grabbed her letter from her aunt. On her way to the room, past Priya in the hallway, Priya gave her the thumbs-up signal. Good to go. She was relieved to find the door to the basement still open, and she was seated in her throne by 3:33 in the morning. She was excited and felt like she was on high alert, basically, just like hopeful that she was going to have a paranormal experience. It didn't feel like she'd sat there for long when she heard the door at the top of the stairs open, followed by footsteps descending the stairs. By the way, this one's really creepy.
Yeah, no kidding. Fuck off. Jesus.
Priya, she said. There was no response.
Of course it's not. It's a fucking demon.
She didn't turn around, partially because it would cause her to look at the mirrors, and partially because she was shit scared. The footsteps hadn't sounded like Priya's either. They were heavier. Even though she'd been hoping to experience something supernatural, she was immediately regretting it. She rubbed her thumb against the paper that held her aunt's words, trying to anchor herself. The sound of the footsteps stopped when they reached the bottom of the stairs. She held her breath, waiting to hear footsteps on the concrete floor, but everything was silent. She sat there for a long time, completely still, eyes ahead, straining her ears in case any other noises came, and trying to ignore her dancing reflection that she could see in the mirrors out of the corner of her eye. Because you know how candlelight flickers?
Yeah, I get it. It's just creepy.
Finally, something else did happen. She felt the room get exponentially colder.
No.
And immediately braced herself, knowing something else was about to happen. She gripped her candle tight and grasped her letter really tight in the other hand, and she began talking to herself. Everything's okay. This will be over soon. Everything's going to be okay.
That'd be me, but I'd be praying.
But what happened next
wasn't okay.
Was not okay and still scares her to this day. She heard the sound of wood scraping on concrete before she realized what was happening, and saw the chair to her left move, rotating so the mirror was now facing her directly. You know, it makes me feel gross.
Goodbye.
She screamed and instinctively whipped her head in that direction. She only saw herself for a split second, though, in the mirror before realizing she shouldn't be looking, and quickly shifted back to looking straight ahead. She began to cry. And she was just like sitting there crying, being like, what the fuck? What the fuck? She didn't know what to do.
I mean, just get up and leave at that point.
So she was debating what to do as she was crying. But then she started to hear footsteps going up the stairs.
Nice.
Which, sounds nice. But her thoughts immediately went to Priya and wondered if whatever was present was now going to Priya.
Let it.
See?
That's what I would do.
This is why I said you seem like an asshole.
I'd let it and I'd crawl out the basement window.
Anyways.
Out of sight, out of mind.
She really cares about Priya. She's not an asshole. So she began to scream for Priya. She stayed in her chair, though, staring straight ahead because she didn't want to make a wrong move because this ritual was definitely working. Like, stuff was happening.
Yeah.
The footsteps went silent for a moment, but then changed. This is so creepy. 2 footsteps running down the stairs.
That's, goodbye.
I would actually pee myself.
Oh, same. I'd shit myself. Never mind that.
Fair. Frances felt like time slowed in that moment. She just kept screaming as the footsteps came closer. They got to the bottom of the stairs, and then this time she did start hearing them on the concrete coming towards her. Just as she was about to jump up, she felt a splash of water hit her face.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Priya stood in front of her, completely worried, and she was like asking Frances if she's okay. Frances looked around confused as Priya rushed to turn on the lights. The first thing Frances noticed was that the chair to her left was turned directly towards her.
Okay.
So that part for sure happened. Priya had tried calling Frances's name, tried calling the cell phone.
Wow.
No response, and had finally come down to use the water. She said that Frances's eyes had been opened wide with tears streaming down her face and that she had looked terrified. Frances ends her story by saying she thought she was brave and could handle the paranormal. Now she spends many nights sleeping with her lights on, which I feel bad for her.
That sucks. I could never.
Yeah, she can't watch or read horror anymore and doesn't know how long it will take to recover from experiencing something so terrifying. She just wants a normal life, but feels like everything she does now is now tainted by fear.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Which is fair.
I live like that and I've never done this, so.
Oh my God, you would need so much therapy if you tried this.
Yep.
Actually, that's an idea. Hypnotism. I heard that people who are really afraid that hypnotism
I should try that.
She should try that. Maybe.
I should try it.
Yeah.
I could do that. Hypnotized?
Yeah, so you're not afraid of every animal that exists. That would be cool.
Not every animal.
Every animal that has a heartbeat and every bug. Anyway, hit us with the story here.
Is it really every?
Are you trying to think of an animal you're not afraid of?
Yeah. I can't. Next up is two people, a couple, boyfriend, girlfriend, who lived together, who tried the Midnight Man game.
The Midnight Man or the Midnight Game?
Who did the Midnight? Doesn't sound right.
Who played the Midnight
Who
Game?
played the Midnight Game with the Midnight Man together. They played it together.
Romantic.
Yeah.
If you want an explanation on how to do the Midnight Man ritual, it is in the first episode of Creepy Games and Rituals.
So they wanted to like try the Midnight Man game. They wanted to try it as like a date night type situation.
That's crazy.
Because the thing that they clicked on is their love for like the supernatural.
Oh, cool.
And they had always wanted to like try rituals. It was him who sent it in. He had even pointed out that like they wanted to do the Three Kings at some point.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. There was a few that they wanted to try.
Oh, cool.
But anyway.
What's their names?
Ian and Sophie. So they start getting everything together, names on paper, blood on paper, candle on paper, knocking on the door, do all the things, open the door, blow out the candle, close the door, light the candle, start walking. They do all the things. They start walking around, and they're walking around together. They're talking, and like they were talking about how they want to do more of this, more of these types of things. They're both wearing hoodies. They've both got a big Ziploc bag of salt in each of their pockets.
Smart.
And a lighter. And also, they're from Canada. This happened in Canada. Fun fact.
Ooh.
Which I just enjoyed because they said something about minus 30 degrees Celsius.
Love it.
And then put in brackets Canadian. I was like, fuck yeah.
We love to hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, so they're walking and they're chatting. The layout of the house, from what I understand from the description, it's like door and then dining room, kitchen, living room, and you can basically see it all.
Okay.
And there's a hallway that goes down to like bedrooms and bathroom and stuff. But like in the middle, there's like some type of shelving unit.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
Straight up floor to ceiling right in the middle. So it's kind of like a circle, and then the shelving faces where their dining room is. So it's like kind of like a square, I guess, that they're able to walk in, which is convenient for something like this, if you ask me.
Totally.
They're walking together, walking through the living room. They both get chills at the same time. They feel there's a drop in temp, but they're both telling each other that like it's in their heads because they're like, actively playing the game.
Gotcha.
So that's what they kind of chalk it up to. But they keep going and they move about 5 feet. They're like in the kitchen, dining room kind of area, and they don't feel cold anymore, which is interesting. So for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, duh, temperature drop.
So wait, sorry, you're saying for you, yeah, duh, like as in...
Like if I walk through something cold, I wouldn't be like, what's in my head? I'd be like, no, this is like the game.
I think I would be thinking what they're thinking.
Yeah. This didn't happen right away either, by the way. Like they had done a few laps.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
they've been walking. And they keep walking. Nothing really happens. Till one point they go down the hallway. And then as they're coming back up the hallway, it sounds like there's something in the walls following them.
In the walls?
In the walls. He doesn't know exactly what it was, but he said the best way to describe it is that something was following us from behind, but in the walls, which...
That's really, really disturbing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they leave the hallway, and now they're in the living room. And they have like a ceiling fan, and the ceiling fan is on. It's on. It wasn't on before.
Oh.
It wasn't on before, and now it's like spinning on its own. Not super fast, but just a light spin, I guess.
That's
and then
weird.
Once again, they're walking, and they're feeling...
I don't know, this is just creeping me out, or if one of your kids are coming up the stairs, but I feel like I heard something.
Oh, God. I don't hear anything.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Anyway, so they keep walking. They're doing their laps. Both of them feel at the exact same time a breeze, like on their backs, like on the back of their heads, and just they feel a breeze. They both stop. They have their candle, and they're cupping their candle, trying not to move too much for the candle to go out. So they're just kind of looking around.
What?
I don't know. I saw someone. It's weird.
We're scaring ourselves here.
Yeah, a little bit. So anyway, they feel that. They keep moving. They're still talking. They're still like kind of laughing about it. Like they're enjoying this a lot. Sophie, on this display shelf that faces the dining room, she has a large collection of coffee mugs, which I love that.
Me too.
But they're walking. One of the mugs flies across the room, hits the wall, and breaks.
Oh, shit.
They both whip around. Sophie's candle goes out.
Yeah.
She gets it lit right away within a few seconds. Like basically.
Okay.
And as soon as her candle went out, the temperature dropped.
Oh, fuck.
But she got it back up. And they're still hearing.
She got it lit and the temperature went back up?
Yes, she got it lit. And they kept moving. Temp went back up. Now they're hearing again things in the walls, in the hallway.
Holy fuck. They really invited something in.
Oh yeah, they're scared. And now they're walking a little bit faster. They're doing their laps. And then Ian notices that this fan is now spinning past its full speed. Like spinning. She's spinning.
Oh, God. Okay.
Which could also explain the breeze.
I'm scared.
They both are mortified. And they're talking about doing assault circle and just waiting for the game to end.
Right. Fair enough.
But they decide to keep going.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So they walk through the house. They're hearing things in the walls. They're feeling uncomfortable. And now they're like not talking to each other anymore. But then suddenly they're walking and Sophie just stops dead in her tracks. Ian is looking at her. She's not looking at him. And she points ahead near the mug display shelf. And there's a really tall figure.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Standing there.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
They're both standing still. They're hardly breathing. They're shaking. And the shadow moves. They both watched it move. So Ian yells at Sophie to start their salt circle. And they had talked about this before where they said if they were going to do a salt circle, they were going to start together and make it big enough for both of them.
Okay.
So like
smart.
each do a half.
Cool.
So that's exactly what they did. So they're both in the salt circle now. They're sitting facing each other in this circle. Both of them are sitting with their eyes closed. They're not looking. They're trying not to pay attention.
Yeah.
But
fair.
They start hearing the sound of running footsteps going around the circle.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And he said when this was happening, it felt like it was minus 30 degrees in that house. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's cold. That's freezing.
I think it's around the same because once you get into the minuses, it's similar temperatures.
Yeah, because it's mad cold.
Jesus.
So they're in the circle and where they're sitting, they can see the time on the microwave. But someone peeks. I don't know who peeks. Someone just sees the microwave and it's 2:45 a.m. So like they still got a minute.
Yeah, they still got quite a few.
So they wait there for 45 minutes and the entire time they can hear is footsteps walking slow and then running. And then they can still hear things in the walls, more mugs fall and break. Finally, 3:33 hits. They both step out of the circle. They don't say a word. And they end up going to sleep at a nearby motel. Ever since this has happened, he said that they will occasionally still hear things in the wall between midnight and 3:30. It's not every day, but it's never happened before. And now they hear it. And he wanted to really specify. This is a very large collection of mugs that she has, that she's accumulated. And the odd mug will just be randomly broken. Sometimes when they wake up, there's like a crack in it or something. Something has happened to a mug every now and then, which is fucking weird. And now they have decided that they are not going to be doing the Three Kings ritual or any other rituals because that was a little too real for their liking.
That is...
It's like mad cool.
No, that story is going to keep me up at night.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary, but like it's the getting into the salt circle, eyes closed and hearing like the footsteps running around you.
Yeah. Especially
that's what gets me.
Walking then running. But no, for me, it's the in the wall. Like that's too much. That is too much.
It's like overkill, hey? That's like too much. Come on, Midnight Man.
That is fucking scary. I'm going to be telling a story of someone who tried the Shoebox Telephone Game, and this one is so crazy. But I also will say that if you want to hear about how to do the Shoebox Ritual Game, it is in our first episode of Creepy Games and Rituals. So this one's literally insane. So this story came from a girl named Gabriella, and she lives in New Orleans. Love New Orleans. Gabriella wanted to try and get in touch with her grandfather, who is deceased. She was best friends with her grandfather, which is really cute.
Same.
And sorry about your loss.
Yeah.
He was always joking around with her, and he also filled the role of a father figure for her because her father had passed away when she was 7. So he really stepped in her life. She was devastated when he passed and was seriously struggling with depression when she tried this ritual. She wrote him a letter telling him how much she missed him and how she could barely find a reason to live anymore because that's how depressed she felt.
Yeah. Her
personal object was a deck of cards he had bought for her, and it had like different pictures of sea life on the back. Her and her grandfather, their thing had been like they would always play cards.
Nice.
So she reads the letter, goes to bed that night. So that night, she dreams of her grandfather and that they were playing cards together. Super sweet dream.
That's cute.
In the dream, they're like talking, laughing. And at one point, he laughs so loud that she wakes up with like a start. And it felt like the laugh had actually been in the room. So she ran to her phone booth, aka her closet, immediately and held the receiver to her ear. She sat there for a long time, but heard nothing. Eventually, she gave up and went to bed. But what began to happen next was very, very odd, and it's so cool. So the next morning, she went to grab a box of cereal from the cupboard downstairs, the same cereal she ate every single morning. And in front of the cereal box was a card, a 6 of hearts. She takes it as a sign from her grandfather that he's there for her and loves her. A week later, she's walking with her friend Tiffany in the French Quarter when she sees something like fluttering down from one of the balconies, and it lands right in front of her, and it's a playing card, a jack of clubs. She decides that her and her friend need to go into the bar where that just fluttered down from because she's like, it's a sign from my grandpa, obvi.
Yeah.
They go in to have a drink. It's the middle of the day. The bar isn't super busy. And their bartender winds up being a girl that they went to high school with. And her name was Kiko.
Okay.
So they wind up having this awesome conversation with her. And they decide that they're going to hang out the following weekend. And they end up becoming very good friends with Kiko. A few months later, Kiko invites Gabriella and Tiffany over to her family home. And they're sitting, chatting in the kitchen with Kiko and her mother when something catches Gabriella's eye. Want to guess what it is?
It's a card.
It's a playing card. It's a 5 of spades sitting on the counter. She walks up to it and Kiko says, "Oh, we're trying to find some of my mom's siblings she believes were adopted in the US as young children." And Gabriella is confused, but then notices that the card is on top of an ancestry pamphlet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You know, like ancestry.com.
Yeah.
So when she goes back home, she literally cannot stop thinking about this. And she just feels in her gut like she should do a DNA test. So she orders it, she does it, and about a month and a half later, the results come back. And she finds out that she has a sister that also lives in New Orleans. So she reaches out to her sister. She ends up finding out that her father, who had passed away, had an affair when she was really young and had another child.
Okay.
She didn't know about it. Her mom didn't know about it. She reaches out to this girl. They meet. They're around the same age. So it'd been around when her mom was pregnant, which is sad, but like
shit happens.
Shit happens. It is what it is.
Yep.
She ends up becoming really close with her sister. Her sister's name is Francesca.
I love that name.
And about 4 months after they have met and become super close, Francesca comes to pick Gabriella up to go out. And on the floor, on the passenger side of the car, is a card. And it's a 3 of hearts. And it took her a while to put this together. She had been like keeping notes in her phone about all of these cards that she's finding. And she realizes that it matches up with her grandfather's birthday. His birthday was June 11th, 1953. So 6 June, 11 Jack, 53 a 5, and then a 3.
That's crazy.
She thinks, in her opinion, the ritual did not work at all. This had nothing to do with the ritual. This had to do with the fact that she reached out to her grandfather. It probably wouldn't have mattered how she did it.
Yeah.
And if you ask for a sign, you might get one.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I like that. So the next story is someone who played hide and seek alone.
And if you want to know how that ritual goes, how to play it, etc., it is on episode 2 of our Creepy Games and Rituals episodes.
So the girl who did this, her name is Ashley. When she did it, she was 16 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So she's an adult now. It's been like a few years. So her parents went away, left her home alone. So she wanted to do something.
Okay.
So she gets it all ready with the rice and the string and like the nail and names it. She names it Emily. She gets her hiding spot ready, puts the TV in there, a cup of salt water, all that stuff. Something that she pointed out is that she has a very big family. She has many, many, many like great aunts and uncles and
kind of like our family.
Exactly.
We have 12 great aunts and uncles, and they all have kids, and some of their kids have kids, and
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. So I get
it's
that.
So it's kind of similar to, I think, our situation, her situation. But anyway, so she names this doll Emily. She has like one of her distant cousins also named Emily.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. I was wondering why you were telling us.
Yes.
Or why.
Because you're not,
right.
Yeah, you're not supposed to name the doll after someone that you know.
Right. Okay.
Unless you fucking hate them. Anyway.
Oh, no.
So she gets everything ready to go at 3 a.m. She brings her doll.
Sorry, again. I forgot that it starts at 3 a.m. That's so hardcore.
Yeah, there's no way. So she brings her doll into the bathroom, places it in the bathtub filled with water. She says, Emily is the first it 3 times, goes to her bedroom, turns on the TV, closes her eyes, and she counts to 10 out loud. She goes back to the bathroom, goes to the doll, removes it from the tub, says, I have found you, Emily, cuts the thread that's wrapped around the doll, and then she says, you are the next it, Emily. So creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Puts her back in the tub. Ashley runs back to her bedroom, stays there for a couple minutes, and then she takes her salt water, takes a sip of it, carries the rest of it in her hand. She finds the doll actually not in the bathtub, which is interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Doll was outside of the bathtub.
I just want to say that's terrifying, but also I want to say I would not be able to walk around with salt water in my mouth.
I could. I'd be okay.
Ugh.
I eat a lot of jerky. I think I'd be okay. So she picks up a doll. She pours, like she does all the things. Pours the salt water on the doll. Spits the salt water at the doll.
Oh, God. That's really creepy.
Her parents were coming back the next day, and she knew that like this doll is kind of like creepy and suspicious looking. She knew that it had to be dried before she could dispose of it.
Right.
She didn't want her parents to find it. Okay. So she decided to tuck it into the very back of their linen closet under like a bunch of stuff so that it could dry in there. Then she would take it out a couple days later and dispose of it, which I just want to say, a wet doll with a bunch of clean towels.
It would smell.
That would start to smell.
But she was 16.
Yeah. So I would do stuff like that.
You threw out a crock pot or some kind of special dish that Mom had
a casserole dish
filled with food when you were like 18. So some people do things that are worse.
You know what? I don't want to talk about that. Dad is still mad at me.
Yeah, well.
10 years, 11 years, let it go.
At least it's not my fault.
At least he knows the truth now. I was keeping that secret for 10 years. I told him the truth. That's all that matters. Anyway. Jesus. So she ends up forgetting about the doll.
Oh.
Totally forgets about it. Stays back there. About a week goes by. Her mom is very, very close to her aunts and uncles. So all of Ashley's great uncles are her parents, aunts and uncles and stuff. And Mom is very, very close with the whole family, talks to them all very often. And she found out through the grapevine that cousin Emily had taken, and cousin Emily was an adult. She lived at home with her boyfriend in an apartment. She dozed off in the bathtub and she almost drowned. But luckily, her and her boyfriend don't have a lot of boundaries. So he went in and pulled her out almost right after it happened. Called an ambulance, but she was okay. But it was scary.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah. And like Ashley's mom, after this happened, she was like, don't take a bath when you're tired. Like, make sure that you're, you know, stuff like that, was like getting on her about it.
Yeah. I wonder what like date it happened. Like if it was this day that she did.
I have no,
or if it was like after, I don't know, because she didn't dispose of the doll. Like,
I know. So at this time, Ashley, it didn't click. Like she didn't even think about.
Oh, really?
She's not even thinking about the doll.
Right. Okay.
A few days after this, cousin Emily goes to the beach with a bunch of her friends. They're floating on the water like in tubes when all of a sudden Emily gets pulled down under the water and her friends are trying to pull her up, but it's almost like she's caught on something.
Oh my God.
Or she's being pulled down or like they don't know, but they couldn't get her up. And eventually, whatever it was, let her up and she came up and she was okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Still, at this time, Ashley hears about it, still doesn't put two and two together. She's still not there. About a month later, another bathtub incident happens, but she didn't doze off. She just slipped under the water when she was like getting in the tub and she just couldn't get back up for some reason. So when Emily hears this, she remembers the doll finally. She remembers that it's still in the linen closet. So she waits until her parents go to sleep, takes it out, goes to her boyfriend's house because boyfriend's parents have fire pit and they burn the doll.
Right.
And ever since she burnt the doll, still to this day, it's been years now, cousin Emily has not had another almost drowning incident.
That is fucking crazy. And I have things I want to say.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. First of all, a lot of people might hear that story and think voodoo doll. And I just want to make it clear, first of all, that dolls have been used in ritual and in spell work to represent other people. But that was not done by those who practice voodoo, which is also normally and originally pronounced vodou. Vodou is actually a very beautiful religion that doesn't do any cursing. However, in history, dolls have been used as vessels or as representing a real person. They're just not actually called voodoo dolls. I've heard they're called poupettes, which isn't that French for doll?
Poupette.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Or poupée.
Oh, because I was like, maybe it has something to do with French, but I don't know.
It sounds like puppet.
But anyways, it seems like that kind of situation, especially with that ritual. It's very specific about like what the rice represents and what the organs and string represents.
Innards.
Yeah. And then you're naming it. I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, you're giving it a whole hell of a lot of power.
Yeah.
You're doing shit, putting your own nail in there.
Yeah. Right.
A piece of you goes in there with that.
Right.
Just gives it too much power.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And the doll wasn't in the bathtub when she went back.
Right.
So that tells me right there, this doll was playing the game.
That's fucking
And then
crazy.
You didn't dispose of the doll right away. She hid it in the back of the closet, forgot about it for a month.
Yeah.
Or however long. And then your cousin fucking almost drowning.
3 times.
Not exactly. Thrice.
I was just about to say that. Anyways, that is a fucking crazy story. Moving on to the next one here. This is a story of someone who tried the elevator game. This is a shorter one. If you want to know about how to do the elevator game, it is in episode 1 of our Creepy Games and Rituals episode. Okay, so this guy's name is Lachlan.
Oh, love that name.
Yeah, it is a good name. So Lachlan knew that he wanted to try the elevator game because he had seen it on like different TV shows and he just thought it was really cool and really fun and was like, obviously nothing's going to happen because it's pretty out there.
Yeah.
It is pretty out there.
It sounds pretty far-fetched, right?
Yeah. He went to his friend's apartment building that had multiple floors.
Okay.
He did it alone. He just knew that he could do it in that building because it had enough floors and stuff. He goes, there's no one else around because he goes late. He goes at like 11:30 at night and nothing happens. Like he follows each step. He hits all the buttons. You know, like when it says at the end, if you hit 1 and it starts going down, then the ritual failed.
Yes.
That's what happens. So he's like, okay, so nothing's clearly, this is what I thought would happen. Right. He goes home and is thinking nothing of it. But the next day he's at his college class and something weird happens. His professor pauses at the whiteboard while talking and stands still for at least 10 seconds while he was like writing something on the whiteboard.
Okay, weird.
And 10 seconds, good chunk of time.
Yeah.
No one else seems to bat an eye at it.
Weird.
At this point, he's not thinking this has anything to do with the elevator game.
Right. Yeah.
That night, he goes home and he's in his apartment. He's watching TV and the TV starts glitching and like going through channels like kind of quickly.
Okay.
Almost seems like it's acting like a spirit box.
Interesting.
So if you don't know, a spirit box is a piece of equipment that paranormal investigators use to try and communicate with the deceased. It runs through radio frequencies at an extremely fast rate. And if you get words or sentences, that could potentially be a spirit communicating. This really reminded me of it because as it was going through, he starts hearing really weird words. He hears the word surveillance, watching him. Do you think he realizes? And stop. He's listening.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
His TV then turns off and it won't turn back on. He unplugs it, plugs it back in, tries to turn it back on. It won't turn back on.
Fuck off.
The next day, he goes to his mom's for supper. His parents for supper, I should say. And when he gets there, his mom smiles at him, but something about her seems different, seems off. He said specifically it was her eyes. Like they just seemed off. And he said like almost like she seemed kind of sad. Like the smile wasn't meeting her eyes.
Weird.
He just feels really uncomfortable and there's kind of a pit in his stomach. Then they're eating dinner and his dad is telling a story and suddenly pauses for about 10 seconds and then resumes his story as normal. Oddly enough, his mom and his other two siblings that are there don't seem to notice, don't seem to be like, hello, like, what are you doing?
That's so weird.
Yeah, they're just like, okay.
That's crazy.
He tries to go to sleep that night and he's really having trouble falling asleep. He's really starting to think like, did something happen when I was in the elevator?
Yep.
Like, this was so weird.
Yeah.
So the next day, Lachlan calls his best friend Jack to come over. And he tells Jack everything. He's like, I know I sound crazy. Jack is the one who lived in that apartment building. So he's like, I know I sound crazy, but I went and did this because I thought it would just be fun and cool. And now all of this weird stuff is happening. The entire time that Lachlan is talking to Jack, he seems completely zoned out. Like he's not really listening, which isn't really normal for him.
Okay.
And Lachlan confronts him about it. And he's like, dude, like, you're not listening to me. Like, are you hearing what I'm saying? And Lachlan, again, is just like very aloof, very like, sorry, like, yeah, I'm listening. Everything sounds fine. Like, you're blowing it out of proportion. But Lachlan just still has this really bad gut feeling. So that night, he gives Jack a ride home. And after Jack has gone into his apartment, Lachlan sits there for a few minutes and decides he's going to go and do the elevator game again. He does it again, follows all the steps. Again, when he hits one, it doesn't go up, it goes down to the first floor, and things have seemed normal since.
That's weird. Jesus.
It's a glitch in the Matrix or something.
Yeah, seriously. That's crazy.
Glitch in the Matrix vibes. Anyways.
That's all.
That's it, that's all. Hope you had a ball. The Midnight Man is tall.
Don't fall. I don't know.
Jessica ruined it.
I don't do that stuff. That doesn't work for me.
If you like stories like this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. If you like stories like this, also watch our other
the rest
episodes.
of our shit.
Okay? There are people who have these crazy experiences that you would like to hear about, I swear.
So cool. And if you have crazy experiences or stories to tell us, email us at justalittlestitiouspod@gmail.com. Bye.
Au revoir. Thank you for listening to Just a Little Stitious. If you like stories like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And before you go to bed tonight, make sure to check under your bed, just in case that sound you heard wasn't the fridge.